friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Christine. Today we're going to talk all about my lighting setup, some of my favorite lights that I use, some of the tips and tricks that I've found over the years that have helped me step up my lighting game for my videos, for Instagram, all of that good stuff. And I'm super excited to partner with Lume Cube to share their mobile creator kit. This is actually a really great phone stand, and I've used this a couple times to take my own pictures. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes with me, show you how I take some of my own photos on my iPhone and why this little phone stand is so amazing. So I'm super excited to dive in. Before we go ahead and get started, first make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also hit that little notification bell. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First off, we are actually filming in my office, and I just had the walls painted white, and it has made such a difference in how good and photogenic this room is. I've also taken down any of the mirrors and picture frames, and it just looks so much cleaner. I feel like a clean, plain backdrop is so important when you're filming your videos. In this room, it actually is a little bit dark, especially now. It's about 6:30, so the sun is getting ready to set, so lighting is very, very important for me. I actually have 4 lights right now, and 2 of the lights that I have, these are like LED light situations. I actually got both of these from Amazon. These are great because they are bi-color lights, so they can go from warm to cool, and you can adjust the strength of the light as well. These are probably my most used lights, and these LED lights are so powerful. I actually like pointing these lights directly up, and that is really great because it helps to replicate sunlight. So I do have a light right over there that points directly towards the ceiling and then bounces back onto like this whole area, which helps to light it up and makes the area look a lot more brighter without looking too artificial, you know what I mean? And then I also have another one of those LED lights right here that is a little bit lower, pointing directly up. So this one helps to light the background a little bit, but also help to light up my face. Since this office is like such a bright white, I can actually do cool or warm tones. If I want it to look a little bit more like sunlight, I'll probably make the lights a little bit more warm tone. With this office, it's really nice because I can do either of that. When my office was more of a yellow-green color, I would only have the lights on a pure white setting so that it helped to negate any of that yellowness that we saw. These lights are also helpful if I'm shooting kind of at night. I might want to replicate a little bit of the sunlight, so I can adjust that. If it's during the day, maybe it's a little bit too yellow, so I can just turn on the bright whites, and it helps to negate the sunlight. So those lights are just super helpful. Highly recommend. B&H Photo also has very similar ones. I think lighting makes a big difference, and especially with my filming gear, I do like to splurge a little bit just because it makes such a big difference. These are lights that I'm going to keep forever and ever. I use them to take my photos, for TikToks, all of that good stuff. So I do find value in investing in those. Next thing I want to talk about is these little lights from Lume Cube. I have so many of these. I want to say I have like 2 of these little small ones, and these are really useful. I've also used this for like Zoom calls whenever I am hopping on a quick video call and I just need like a little bit of light, but I don't want to bring like a whole setup or a ring light or anything like that. This is just really great because it does have these little buttons on the side, so I can just turn it on and kind of set the light down below, and that way on the webcam my face looks really nicely lit, but it looks like very subtle, you know. But on camera I get compliments all the time about how good my makeup looks, how I'm glowing. It's just lighting. So these little lights are really, really great from Lume Cube. I also have the bigger one. This one is the Panel Pro, and this one is great because it actually has multiple light settings. I used this to do a little like colored light photo shoot a while ago. It can do so many things on here, and these lights also are available on the Lume Cube app, which is really great. So if I ever want to change the settings from my phone, I can do that. That's useful if I have multiple of these lights like around the room and I want to set them all to like a certain tone of like red. I can just do it all from my phone, which is really useful. So this little light is really great if I wanted to do anything creative. It is also very powerful, to be expected. It's a lot bigger and a little bit more expensive than the small one is, and it does do so much more. This little one is only bi-color, so it can only do yellow and white, and this one can do like any color of the rainbow. So this is really useful, especially if I want to do something creative. If I want like some red tones in the background or some cool colors, I would use that for this. But also it's just a really powerful light. So I do have one of those on top of my camera. It helps to really subtly like light up my face. I just like having a little light up above because it really helps to add a little bit of light to my face. It helps to replicate daylight, which I like. I always just want to bring the focus to my face and make sure that my face is properly lit, just because I feel like if it's not, it's very distracting. And then I also have a ring light here that is also from Lume Cube, and this is a new ring light that they just came out. I love this thing. It actually is bicolor as well. My previous ring light could only do a white tone, and I didn't realize how much I needed a bicolor ring light until I got this one. So this is really useful, again, if I ever want to have it more cool tone, or if I want a light that's a little bit more warm tone. It's really great that I can do all of that with just the one ring light. And it's also great because it comes with a little cell phone holder in the middle, so it's great if I'm filming like a TikTok or an IG story and I just need something really quick and easy. I'll just grab that ring light, bring it with me to the bathroom, to my room, wherever I want to film. It's just so quick and easy to use, and it's also very strong. I usually have it on like 40%, but if you turn it up to 100%, I'm not kidding you, it can light up an entire room. Those are all the lighting pieces that I have. I'll go ahead and link everything down below. The camera that I also use is the Sony a6400. I did a lot of research before buying this camera, and I really like it because it has a flip screen, so you might notice me looking up at the screen just to check if I'm in focus. So this is really great because if I'm like filming in a small space. I was recently in Big Bear. I filmed a little Get Ready With Me while I was there, and it's just nice to have a flip screen so I can constantly reference back, make sure that I'm in focus. So I did do a lot of research before getting the 6400. It's a really solid camera, and then the lens that I have is the 14 to 24 millimeter Sigma lens, and this one is really great because it does have a little bit of a zoom. So if I'm doing like makeup tutorials and I need a little bit of zoom or whatever, I just keep this lens on my camera at all times. I use it to take my pictures. It can do a really low aperture as well, so that gives you that really nice background blur that you see. A lot of geeky camera things. I've watched a lot of YouTube reviews and tutorials and stuff like that before I like really learned what I know now. So that is just what works for me. I'll go ahead and link like my beginner lens I used before I upgraded to this one as well, because this lens is a little bit expensive. And then I also do have a microphone that is right on top of my camera, and that just helps the audio quality to be a little bit more crisper and clearer. And I do have my little Lume Cube light and my mic all in a little like V stand situation. I also have a cage around my camera, so one, that's to protect my camera, but two, also because it allows me to put the little V stand to the side, because my camera comes in with a little built-in little hook situation. I'm not a camera person, okay? I apologize because I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Anyways, my camera comes in with a built-in little slot in the middle, which doesn't make sense to me because when I have the flip screen up, whatever I put into that slot is gonna block the flip screens. I just got this little vlogging camera. I don't even know what it's called because I don't think the name's on here. This is Sony's like version of the Canon G7X. I recently got this. Long story short, if you follow me on Instagram, my hard drive failed, and I previously was filming everything on my iPhone, and since I film all my videos in 4K, my memory on my iPhone would fill up really fast and all the time, so it's constantly deleting videos. And so pretty much I lost a lot of videos and photos and footage I had backed up on this drive, and I just was using it so much to constantly back up my phone and then delete the stuff on my phone, so that when the hard drive failed, I just didn't have a backup. So long story short, I wanted to upgrade from using my iPhone for everything, so it is nice that I do have this little camera. If you guys want to see a more in-depth review, let me know. Maybe I'll pop it in a vlog or something like that. But so far, so good. Really like the vlog camera, and it does have a side flip screen, which is really nice. And what I was saying is, I don't know why the Sony a6400, why they didn't do a side flip screen for this camera. Instead, it flips up on top as a little workaround, because I do want to have a mic and a light plugged in. I have to put the cage on my camera just so that the slot is over to the side, so I can slot all of that in. So that is all of my little lighting setup. You can see the little before and after without lighting, and then with lighting, it obviously just makes such a big difference, and it is just such a quick and easy way to step up your lighting game. Next, I want to talk about this little mobile creator stand. Like I said in the beginning of this video, part of this video is sponsored by Lumecube, so big thank you to Lumecube. This mobile creator stand is really great because it is a little tripod stand situation, but you could also remove this little stand if you wanted it just to be a little handheld situation if you're doing like IG stories or you want to take photos or anything like that. It's just really nice to have like a little grip. Also, this little stand has little slots if you wanted to add on a little Lume Cube light, so you can actually do 2 of them if you wanted. This is great if you're doing an IG live, IG stories, even if you're just taking selfies. I've used this stand to take my own pictures before. I've added a little light just to help brighten up my face a little bit, and it's just really compact, fits into my purse. It really breaks down, so small, it's so easy to use, and I actually really like it. Really appreciate that it can do portrait photos and videos, but you can also switch it if you wanted your phone to be like to shoot for like YouTube or any type of like horizontal content. You can do both, which is really great. I've had a couple times where I've done IG stories or unboxings really late at night and the lighting is not that great, so I'll just clip my phone into this, add the little lights like that, and then I can just do my little unboxing all with one hand. I have a series all about Instagram, how to step up your Instagram game, your photo game, all of that good stuff. So if you are trying to up your photo game, a lot of times you have to take pictures by yourself. This stand is just really useful because it actually, I prefer the low angles when I take pictures of myself. So this is perfect because it sits low on the ground. I actually have a little clicker that I like to use, and this one here is from Amazon. It's just a Bluetooth little clicker thing that connects to my iPhone, and I just will click this and it'll go ahead and take pictures of me. I use this all the time. You can also take videos in 4K. I've talked about this hack on TikTok, but you can take like a 4K video of yourself, pose away, and then later go in and screenshot from that video, and because the video is in 4K, you still get really high quality pictures. So 2 ways that you can take pictures of yourself. I've used both of them before, and I'll go ahead and pop on some pictures that I recently took using this mobile creator stand, but it's just so useful. And then, like I said, I did recently get my Sony vlogging camera, but I previously was vlogging on my phone. It's really easy if I want to vlog on the go, just because it's all here. I can set it down if I wanted. I can use it as a grip. I can attach some lights to it. It's a no-brainer, you know? It's so compact, so easy to use. You can use it for so many different things. And these little lights, like I said, are so useful because they are bicolor, so you can make them a little bit more cool tone or warm tones. It's really great because you have lighting that adjusts to whatever setting you are in, so that way you always have the best lighting wherever you are if you want to take photos or videos. And Lumecube was kind enough to give me a discount code. My discount code is Christine10, which will give you 10% off of your entire Lumecube purchase. Like I said, my ring light is from Lumecube. This little mobile creator stand is so useful. We have these little lights, the pro lights. There's so much that I love from Lumecube, and I actually heard that they're coming out with their little clicker as well, which will be amazing. I already know it's just gonna pair really well with all the Lumecube gear that I already have. So that is everything about my little lighting setup. Just a quick and easy way to really step up your game, whether it's for videos or photos. I think it's super important to make sure you have the gear that allows you to create whatever you have in mind. So that is all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed and found it helpful. I'll go ahead and link everything down below like I always do. Big thank you to Lumecube for sponsoring part of this video. That is all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed and found it helpful, but I will see you all in the next video. Bye.